Facebook has purged more dissident political media pages today, this time under the pretense of protecting its users from inauthentic activity. In a statement co-authored by Facebook head of cybersecurity Nathaniel Geischer, who also happens to be the former White House National Security Director of Cybersecurity Policy, the massive social media platform explained that it has removed 559 pages and 251 accounts that have consistently broken, quote, our rules against spam and coordinated inauthentic behavior. The inauthentic behavior, according to Facebook, consists of using, quote, sensational political content regardless of its political slant to build an audience that drives traffic to their website, which is the same as saying they write about controversial things. And they post those political articles, quote, in dozens of Facebook groups, often hundreds of times in a short period, to drum up traffic for their websites. In other words, the pages were removed for publishing controversial political content and trying to get people to read it. Not for writing fake news, but for doing what they could to get legitimate indie news media stories viewed by people who might want to view it. The practice of sharing your content around in Facebook groups is a common practice for most independent media content creators. This kind of thing happens all the time and has only been condemned recently. Teresa Monroe Hamilton, whose personal profile and Facebook page for her political blog, noisyroom.net, were both deleted. She said, quote, for those of you who read what I write, you know that I did not violate any standards. In fact, I don't send out most of what I write. I send on big news links and a few memes. It was enough to get me banned, and the pages are simply gone. RT America's Rachel Blevins said, Facebook took down my page with nearly 70,000 followers, labeling it as spam, when I've spent 4 years of work to build that page up and using it to post the articles I wrote and videos of my reporting. This is so incredibly wrong and is affecting hundreds of similar pages. A Facebook user called John Liberty, who lost multiple pages about police accountability, cannabis legalization, and libertarianism, wrote, and just like that, 5+ years of hard work promoting ideas of peace and freedom have been erased. 2 of the most high-profile pages which were shut down have probably been seen at some point by any political dissident who uses Facebook. The Free Thought Project, which had 3.1 million followers, and Anti-Media, which had 2.1 million. Guys, I've personally found useful information on both sites before, and despite disagreeing with them ideologically in some areas, I've found them both to be vastly more legitimate than anything you'll find on Google News. And definitely better than anything you'll find on CNN, MSLSD, or Faux News. And if that wasn't creepy enough, some of the accounts purged by Facebook appear to be getting censored on Twitter as well, bringing back memories of the August cross-platform coordinated silencing of Alex Jones. Anti-Media has also been suspended from Twitter just hours after tweeting about being removed from Facebook. And Patty Beers, who had more than 30,000 Twitter followers, has just been removed from both sites as well. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. In a corporatist system where there's no clear line between corporate power and government power, corporate censorship is government censorship. You can't have a system where corporate lobbying and campaign finance amount to legalized robbery of elected officials, where massive Silicon Valley corporations form extensive ties with secretive government agencies in order to eclipse their competition, and then claim this is a matter of private corporations enforcing their own rules on their own private property. This is just what totalitarian government censorship looks like in a corporatist oligarchy. Do you want a few Silicon Valley plutocrats determining what political speech constitutes inauthentic activity for you? Do you want a world in which the masses are herded into massive government-allied social media stables, which are then routinely brought before the US Senate to pledge more iron-fisted censorship of problematic political speech? Do you want a world in which social media corporations are forced to make alliances with existing power structures in order to be allowed to grow? How about a world in which venues of political discourse are increasingly sterilized to favor the agendas of the ruling class? If not, then the time to act is now. Regardless of where you're at on the political spectrum, if you oppose the status quo, then opposing internet censorship of any political speech is now a matter of simple self-defense. If it wasn't obvious to you when they shut down Alex Jones, it should damn well be obvious to you now. If you want to change the existing system in any way which takes power away from those currently in power, your voice is next on the chopping block. They're locking all the doors down as fast as they can to keep us trapped in this Orwellian oligarchy until they can get us all killed by war, democide, or ecocide. If they shut down the public's ability to share dissident information, they've locked the final door. Let's not let them do that. Guys, it's time we wean ourselves off of their platforms while we still have a connection through their platforms. Like I told you before, I'll ride the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter train till the wheels fall off. And the sad part is, they're the ones loosening the wheels, not us. So while we still have a voice on their platforms, let's slowly transition to Minds.com to replace Facebook, Gab.ai to replace Twitter, and BitChute, DTube, and Steemit to replace YouTube. It shouldn't have to be this way, but they're forcing our hand. The free market has a solution to government censorship on the internet. And one more thing. To ensure we stay connected while the Orwellian machine continues to drop the hammer on dissenting voices, sign up to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I'll drop all these links in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.